Before I begin, tell me where you're listening from. City, country, wherever you call home. This story is about a loan between friends, and the moment a gesture of faith became a debt of disrespect. I loaned my best friend of 10 years $12,000 to save her business. I liquidated a CD early, took the penalty. I handed her the cashier's check with a hug. No interest, just pay it back when you can. For a year, I was her personal ATM with an attitude. Every request for a timeline was met with a sigh, an eye roll, a guilt trip about my lack of trust. Then at her "We're back in the black" party, she toasted her success, champagne glass held high. "I did it all on my own," she declared to the cheering crowd. "No handouts. Just grit." My $12,000 and my friendship erased from her history with a single sentence. This is the friendship loan shark. And if you think a loan is a gesture of faith, you haven't seen it become the principle of your friendship's destruction. The betrayal doesn't begin with the unpaid debt. It begins in the sacred moment of asking. They come to you in crisis, tears, panic, the looming specter of a ruin. You are not just a friend, you are the lifeline, the one they can trust. They don't ask for money, they ask for rescue. They paint a picture of a temporary bridge over a chasm. And you, with your history, your loyalty, your big, foolish heart, you agree to be that bridge. You give not from surplus, but from sacrifice. You rearrange your own financial stability. You convince yourself it's not a loan. It's an investment in their survival, in the friendship itself. The first repayment date passes with a text. Things are still tight. Next month, I promise. You swallow a flicker of unease and send back a thumbs up. Next month becomes a pattern. Each gentle inquiry from you is met not with accountability, but with attitude. A defensive wall goes up. I said I get it to you, G's. You're worse than a real bank. I'm dealing with a lot, you know. The pressure isn't helping. I thought you were my friend, not a loan officer. The hook is the role reversal. You, the creditor who took all the risk, are cast as the villain, the shark, the nag. Your legitimate concern for your own financial well-being is reframed as a personal attack on their character. The gratitude evaporates, replaced by a simmering resentment. Theirs for you. You start to dread your own phone. Their name on the caller ID no longer brings joy, but a knot of anxiety. Will this be another excuse? Another story of woe that makes your request for your own money feel grotesque and selfish? Then you see the evidence. The new furniture they got a crazy deal on. The weekend trip photos on social media. The upgraded car. Meanwhile, you're skipping your own vacation because your savings are still depleted. When you point out the disconnect, the attitude sharpens into a weapon. So, I can't have anything nice while I owe you. I'm supposed to live in a box? You're monitoring my spending now. That's creepy. It's just money. Our friendship is worth more than this, isn't it? The betrayal is the realization that the loan was never a debt in their mind. It was a conversion. They converted your cash into a gift, and your friendship into the interest they feel entitled to charge you. The interest of your silence, your patience, your lowered expectations. They borrow your money, but treat you with the contempt reserved for a predatory institution, all while enjoying the benefits of a zero-interest, no collateral, guilt-funded loan. You gave them a lifeline of trust, and they used it to hang your dignity out to dry. The unraveling is the financialization of your entire relationship. Every interaction gets a secret price tag. Your friendship becomes a balance sheet. Their past kindnesses are suddenly presented as emotional collateral. After everything I've done for you becomes a ledger entry to offset the monetary debt. Your birthday gift feels cheap next to the thousands you're owed. Their offer to buy coffee feels like a cruel joke. You become a budget line item they perpetually defer. You hear about them paying the phone bill, the stylist, the credit card. You are last in line, the flexible payment, because you're the friend. Your need is invalidated by your relationship. The social sabotage begins. They tell mutual friends with a weary sigh how stressed you've been about money, painting you as the petty one, the one who's let finances ruin a beautiful friendship. You are isolated. To bring it up makes you the monster. To stay silent makes you a doormat. You mourn the friendship that was. The easy laughter is gone. Every hangout is poisoned by the unspoken debt. You can't enjoy their company because you are fundamentally an unpaid creditor in their presence. The dynamic is irrevocably shifted from peer to patron and beggar, except the beggar is living better than you are. Your own financial security feels like a joke. Your sacrifice meant nothing. Your emergency fund is now their discretionary spending. You feel a deep, shameful foolishness for ever believing your trust was a safe investment. The most corrosive part, you start to question your own morality. Am I being unreasonable? Is money more important than friendship? They have successfully weaponized your own goodness against you. You police your own reactions, softening your requests, apologizing for needing what is rightfully yours, all while they harden their stance. The unraveling ends with a profound sense of being used. You see the entire history of your friendship through a new, grim lens. Were you always just the responsible one, the stable backup plan? Was your generosity not a facet of your love, but a feature they always planned to exploit? The relationship is no longer a bond. It's a bad loan on the verge of being written off entirely. The awakening doesn't come with a missed payment. It comes at the party. The "we're back in the black" party. Her celebration. You go. A hollow pit in your stomach. Thinking maybe, finally, this is the unspoken precursor to repayment. You stand there with a plastic cup of cheap wine as she climbs onto a chair. She beams at the crowd. Your mutual friends, some of whom know about the loan. I just want to say, she announces, voice thick with faux humility, that when everyone counted me out, I knew I had to dig deep. No bailouts, no handouts, just me, my sweat, and my belief in myself. I did this alone. The air leaves your lungs. The noise of the party muffles into a dull roar. You see her glance at you just for a split second. There's no guilt. There's a flicker of defiance, of victory. She has rewritten history. In her story, your $12,000 is a phantom. Your sacrifice is erased. You have been edited out of her narrative of triumph. In that moment, under the garish party lights, the final calculation is complete. This was never about the money. It was about the value of your word versus theirs. You operate in an economy of integrity where a promise is a bond. They operate in an economy of convenience where history is editable and debts are optional narratives. Your loan was a contract written in trust. In their world, it was a draft they could delete with a convincing speech. Enough, you think, placing the cup on a table. You are done being a silent creditor in the story of your own erasure. Done allowing your help to be the foundation for their lie of self-sufficiency. You don't feel rage at her. You feel a cold, clear finality. You will no longer co-sign the fiction that you don't exist. From now on, your capital, both financial and emotional, will only be invested in ventures that honor the signature. And for everyone else, you are a closed bank. The fight back begins not with a lawsuit, but with a simple act of reclaiming your truth. You are foreclosing on the fantasy that your friendship ever included mutual respect. The fight back is the strategic repossession of your power and peace. It's about converting a bad emotional investment into a future of firm boundaries. Phase 1, the final accounting and communication. The last statement. You send one final unemotional communication, not a text, an email, or a letter. Per our agreement on date, the loan of amount remains outstanding. The final repayment date is new firm date, 30 days out. After this date, this matter will be considered in default, and I will proceed with my available options to recover the funds. Remove all emotion. It is a business notice. The evidence file. You gather every record, the check image, bank transfer, text messages where the loan is acknowledged, any vague promises to pay. You hope you don't need it, but its existence steals your resolve. Phase 2, the relationship restructuring, the moratorium. All non-essential contact is frozen. You are no longer a friend. You are a creditor awaiting settlement. You do not engage in casual chat. You do not offer emotional support. The bridge is closed for repairs indefinitely. The social perimeter. You mentally prepare to lose mutual friends. Anyone who sides with her narrative, just write it off, it's money, is voluntarily leaving your circle. This is a painful but necessary purge. Phase 3, the legal and logical escalation path. Small claims court. You become educated. You learn the limit in your jurisdiction. You understand that a judge doesn't care about attitude, only about agreements and evidence. The threat is no longer emotional. It's civic. The formal demand letter. If the final date passes, you have a lawyer or a legal website draft a formal demand letter. The cost is a fraction of the loan and shifts the dynamic entirely. You are now playing by the rules of the system they accused you of emulating. Phase 4, the new personal finance protocol, the no loan covenant. You make a sacred vow to yourself. I do not lend money I cannot afford to lose. If you choose to give money, it is a gift with no expectation of return. This eliminates the creditor dynamic forever. The gift only rule. For friends, family in need, you decide on an amount you can gift freely. I can't do a loan, but I'd love to gift you $200 to help. It is clean, kind, and finite. It protects the relationship and your finances. Sell the story. You mentally sell the debt to a collection agency of your mind. You accept that you may never see the money, but you have purchased something more valuable, a $12,000 lesson on boundaries, the true cost of a person's character and your own worth. Invest in yourself. You take the monthly amount you were hoping to get back and invest it in yourself. A course, a savings account, therapy, something that yields a tangible return for you. You become the worthy recipient of your own financial discipline. The fight back is won not when the check clears, but when you can think of them without a spike of anxiety or anger. When their name on social media elicits nothing but a mild pity. Your detachment is your dividend. It means you have successfully written off a bad debt and reclaimed your emotional equity. You do not emerge less generous. You emerge as a sovereign lender of your own resources. Your help is now a strategic grant, not an open-ended line of credit. Your transformation is from emotional banker to boundary economist. Your trust is a precious reserve, and you now require solid collateral in the form of proven integrity. From this, you draft the Friendship Loan Shark Repossession Manual. Manual Rule 1, the pre-loan interview. Before a single dollar changes hands, you have a business conversation. Ask, what is your repayment plan with dates? If they balk at the question, the loan is denied. Put it in writing, even a simple email summary. As per our chat, I'll lend you excess with repayments of Y starting on date. This creates clarity, not hostility. Manual Rule 2, the gift, not loan, default setting. Your default response to a request for money is, I don't lend money, but I can gift you a smaller, affordable amount. This is a filter. True friends in genuine need will be grateful for the gift. Users will be angered by the limit. Manual Rule 3, the one loan per customer policy. If you choose to lend, it is with the understanding that no further financial requests will be entertained until the first loan is repaid in full. The bank is closed for new business until the existing account is settled. Manual Rule 4, detach from the object's fate. Once money leaves your account, detach from its journey. You are responsible for your decision to give. You are not so responsible for policing their spending, feeling guilty, or funding their lifestyle. Your job ends at the transfer. Manual Rule 5, create a financial boundary support system. Have a ready neutral script for when you say no. Practice it. I'm not in a position to lend money right now. My finances are tied up at the moment. I'm sorry, I can't help. No lengthy excuses. A polite, firm no is a complete sentence. Manual Rule 6, audit your relationship portfolio. Categorize your people. Tier 1, trustworthy bonds, proven integrity. For them, the gift rule may apply. Tier 2, emotional only. Friendship is valuable, but finances are never mingled. Tier 3, formerly indebted. They are on a permanent financial no-fly list. Interaction is possible, but capital is not. Manual Rule 7, become the bank of you. The most important repository for your funds is your own future. Your emergency fund, your retirement, your peace of mind. When someone asks for a loan, you first ask, have I fully funded the bank of me? That bank always gets the first and best deposit. You are no longer bitter about the $12,000. You are educated. We should buy it. The Friendship Loan Shark didn't make you cold. It made you a prudent guardian of your own temple. You lost a sum of money and a fair weather friend. You gained an ironclad system for financial self-preservation. Go and be a friend who is compassionate but not combustible. Let your generosity be a gift, never a gamble. Those who respect the gift, cherish them. Those who treat it as an entitlement have given you a statement of their moral account. Believe the statement, and from now on, only invest in bonds that are guaranteed to mature in mutual respect. If this story stayed with you, please like the video. It helps these stories reach the people who need them most. Subscribe if you want more real stories about strength, boundaries, and choosing yourself.